Guess what? I finally moved to Panama and I love living here in my new apartment. Welcome to Abroadability and hello to my fellow border crossers. This video will showcase my apartment hunting experience in Panama City, Panama, and will highlight my lessons learned, tips from some other YouTubers, and give advice from some of my friends living here in Panama. We will cover renter versus owner responsibility, artwork, rental listings, repairs, and more. We will also list a combination of over 30 tips and questions that you should ask yourself or pay attention to while hunting for your next home. For example, how close to the elevator is your unit? Does it bother you if the elevator opens up to your door? How long do the elevators take to come? If you're on a high floor, do you mind waiting? How accessible is your building if you have mobility issues? While this video showcases my experience in Panama City, some of this advice can be applied to other areas of the country as well. Hello, my name is Aisha and I navigate the world with a mobility constraint cerebral palsy. My channel helps people visually explore Panama and other countries to help them decide if they want to move there. This channel also discusses preparation for your new life abroad, no matter which country you choose to move to, while showcasing my travels from around the world. First things first, I felt completely overwhelmed and excited at the same time while apartment hunting here in Panama City. I even had to ask one of my friends to see a unit with me just for another eye and to reassure me since she had gone through this process before. Thanks, Claudia. Apartments in Panama City can come furnished or unfurnished. Rental rates vary from owner to owner, location to location, unit to unit, and floor to floor. I'm not covering prices for each unit shown in this video because they vary and who knows what the rental market will do in the future, but I have listed a website that you can use during your initial search in the description below. Happy hunting! Okay, so now you have an idea of where you want to live. The next step after you find units that you like is to make an offer. Yep, I said make an offer. It sounds like you're making an offer to purchase a house, but it's literally an offer on an apartment to rent. Some landlords are willing to negotiate and some are not. My first offer was not accepted and the owner said they did not want to go below a certain amount and their amount was above my budget. So an offer was made on another unit that I liked and that one was accepted by the owner. My realtor was able to negotiate the rental rate down for me to fit my budget. I didn't even know he was doing that. Woohoo! Wait, what just happened? Do I really have a verbal agreement for an apartment? Like, oh my God, is this happening? Yep, this is happening. On to the next step, the contract agreement. The contract I received was written in Spanish as to be expected, duh. So if you're not fluent in Spanish, you can always ask for a translator, see if your realtor or attorney can translate for you. You can use a translator app or ask a friend that's fluent in Spanish to help. Big Wheel TV suggested testing all furniture since it's part of the lease. Are the chairs, sofas, beds comfortable? After I heard him say that, I literally sat and lay down on what I could to see its condition and level of comfort. Mary from My Season Life suggested, if you can't go on a scouting trip, see if you can do a video call. The realtor or property manager can do a video walkthrough of the apartment. If they don't offer it to you, ask for one. She also suggested checking all of your appliances to make sure things are in working order. The time frame for you to do this might be in your contract and lease. For me, the following needed to be fixed and the owner addressed them immediately. The washer and dryer, even though it was new, the light switch in the bedroom didn't work, the bedroom vent fan didn't work, and the refrigerator filter needed to be replaced. I decided to rent the apartment a month before I was moving to Panama. This gave me peace of mind and also helped me with my purging and packing process because I knew the amount of space I had waiting for me in my new home and how it was already decorated. Speaking of decorated, I'm not a fan of clowns. This guy, who I named Gabe, grew on me. There were two pieces of artwork that I could not stand, and the owner took them down before I moved in because I asked. I shipped one piece of art that my mother had given to me and placed it in the same spot. There were other pieces in the bedroom that I wasn't in love with, and after I moved in, I just put them in a cabinet for whenever I moved out, since they were part of the walkthrough items that were listed in the contract. I also packed some framed artwork, faces, and masks in deployment and duffel bags to make the apartment feel more like home. Although I did a major purging for this move, I still wanted pieces of my life with me, and those pieces were collected from my travels or the travels of my friends. Renting the apartment a month before I moved was a blessing and a curse, but that will be covered in a future video. Woosah, woosah, woosah. Oh my God. Okay, so now we're going to go through 9 questions that I want you to consider while you're apartment hunting here in Panama City. And I'm going to be reading some of them from the phone because I can't remember everything. Number 1, are you afraid of heights? I have a lot of friends that are afraid of heights and got scared while going out onto my balcony. Number 2, what's important to you? Walking accessibility, distance to stores, distance to drugstores, shopping, commuting, quiet, lively. Number 3, you can't control your neighbors, but do you care if it's noisy from the cars or sirens going by, the wind, or waves crashing? Number 4, do you want a shower or a tub? It's been really hard for some of my friends to find units with bathtubs here. Number 5, where is the sunrise or sunset in relation to your unit? Do you even care? Will this affect your electricity bill? Number 6, is there a backup generator for the building? Number 7, is your stove gas or electric? A lot of my friends have had gas outages for weeks upon a time because their building was being inspected by gas. This goes on rotation, what I believe is every 3 years. Number 8, in relation to number 7, ask when the next routine gas inspection is for the building. And number 9, do you need a dishwasher? Okay, so here are 22 tips to consider as well. Number 1, don't look during the holidays. You might not get anything accomplished. Number 2, don't feel pressured. This is what you want for your new life here in Panama. Number 3, ask to see an example of a previous electric bill to get an idea of what the previous tenant was paying for electricity. Now this varies from person to person, but it can give you a good idea. Number 4, is the owner responsible for making electricity payments or are you? For example, my owner sends me the electricity bill every 1 or 2 months. I send her the money and then she pays the bill. Seems simple enough, right? But what if she forgets to pay the bill 1 month? Does my electricity go off? I've had that happen to a friend. Number 5, check to see where the dryer vent is vented to. I had to do this in an Airbnb. Who knew? Number 6, ensure that the washer and dryer are connected properly. Who knew that you had to do this? So when I first moved in here, I did a load of laundry, and next thing I know, the whole apartment was shaking, and you know I have cerebral palsy. I ran to the washer to turn it off during the spin cycle. Number 7, ensure that these things are removed from your washer and dryer. I learned that the hard way, even though it says remove before use. Number 8, check to see the water pressure in the shower. I have a lot of hair and need a lot of pressure to wash it. Number 9, this is hard to check, but check to see how the water drains in your shower. For some reason, my shower isn't quite angled properly, so I end up using a squeegee to get the rest of the water out. It's not a big deal, but who wants to do that every day? Number 10, ask about mold issues. I didn't know I'd have to do this, but ask about mold issues. If you see a dehumidifier anywhere, inquire about it. How often does it need to be used? Why is it here? Do you need more than one? I had mold, and that was fun, but that will be discussed in an upcoming video. Number 11, pay attention to the AC system. Is it central? Number 12, inquire about who's responsible for maintaining the AC units. Is it you or the landlord? And how often should that be performed? 13, so my bedroom closet loves moisture and I had to purchase a mini dehumidifier just for my closet. Number 14, ask if the AC unit comes on automatically after a power outage. Mine doesn't, so I have to be here to turn it back on. Number 15, try to determine how much storage you need. My apartment doesn't really have storage, but luckily I didn't bring that much. Number 16, just why? Why? Number 17, since my apartment came furnished, I never paid attention to where the outlets are. So there might be an outlet right in front of me and the next one might be like 30 feet away. So I had to purchase long extension cords. So just pay attention to that. Number 18, don't be afraid to negotiate. Remember, the majority of the time you're dealing directly with the owner, so you can negotiate. Number 19, my friend Claudia says you're also renting the landlord. So if you're able to meet them, see if you can. Sometimes you can get a good or bad vibe if you're able to meet them. Number 20, ask if visitors have to pay for parking. Number 21, Ask to see if the building offers more than one internet service provider. Number 22, see if you can visit the unit or building during rush hour and see if the amount of traffic bothers you. To negotiate. If you found this video to be helpful, click or tap on the screen to watch my Explore Panama playlist for descriptions on different places to live in Panama. If you got value from this video, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.